turn left heading 065, reduce speed 180 knots. 065, 180.
Hello everyone, I'm Jamie and this is the 777 Sim Project.
Hi, I'm George, welcome along. So you join us here on our very first video of what we hope to be many on the new YouTube channel. It's a bit of a working project as we're kind of building the sim as we go along, but that's going to be part of the channel as well. So we're not real life pilots, neither of us, although we have a bit of flying experience. So what we're trying to do is, whilst building this amazing simulator, we're just trying to enjoy flying and the flight sim community and put some videos out there so you guys can share it with us. So today we are going to be taking the aircraft from Hong Kong, where we are parked up right now in stand Echo 3, and we're heading down to Taipei. So for today's flight, Jamie's pilot flying and I'm pilot monitoring, and you join us at the part where we're basically ready to do the before start checklist. We've already got the aircraft set up, all pre-programmed, the briefings are complete, ready to go, and we're ready to get this show on the road. So,
Hope you enjoy, guys. Let's go.
okay, right, so you ready for your before start checklist?
Okay.
Okay, so before start checklists, QNH.
Second cross check, 1011.
1011, second cross checked. I've got about 45 feet in my sides.
45.
That'll do, cool. Auto brake set to RTO. Parking brake is set. Fuel, control switches.
Cut off.
Thrusts.
Set.
Okay, speeds.
Set.
Set. And LNAV and VNAV.
Set.
Okay, and that's your checklist complete. Okay, and now the push and start checklist. Passenger signs.
Is on, that's required.
Hydraulics.
Now set.
Set. Beacon.
On.
Okay, doors. Sweet, get the cabin crew doing the job. Sweet, armed and cross check, doors to manual or whatever it is you say in certain airlines. Okay, and finally recall.
Check and be aware of.
Yep, all the stuff we'd be expecting.
Yep.
Awesome, so you can clear that. Checklist complete. So, that's us. Ready for pushback. So, there's no air traffic control online today in Hong Kong, so we're just going to take it anyway. We're flying on VATSIM, and when we get down to Taipei, the centre is online, so we're hopefully going to get a little bit of ATC in as well, so fingers crossed. So, we'll take it that we're clear to push and start. So, this is your domain.
Just waiting on this CPU start so we can take off the ground for supply.
Sweet. I think the ground staff would get quite annoyed if we push back, tagging the ground power unit along with us while it's running. Sweet.
Go ahead.
Hello there.
Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Okay, 30 minutes or please release brakes.
Brakes released.
Push it back.
For now, until we have a proper parking brake lever, the brakes are up here. Although I quite like it up here. I think it's a nice place to have it. So yeah. Sweet. Whoever left that air bridge parked in that position should be shot. The scenery is awesome. Who did you say the scenery was by again?
I'm pretty sure it's Taxi to Gate.
Taxi to Gate.
Yeah.
Free advertising. You're welcome.
Perfect.
So is that a push back to the right? Is it?
Push back.
Sweet.
All engines clear for start. Start engine mark movements.
Engine number 2. There we go. N1 rotation. Ignition. Starter cut out.
Start engine number 1, please.
Engine number 1. N1 rotation.
Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Okay, calling Ms. Rahul, please wait for my hand signal on your left-hand side. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Mission. Start count. Okay, flap set to 5. So, APU's off, NX set, check recall, just nothing we're not expecting. Sweet. Okay, after start checklists, APU selector, anti-ice, recall, ground clue cadence, got him on my left hand side, that's fine, and flaps. Sweet, checklist complete. Okay, we're good to go. So we're turned right, so we're now, we've got Juliet ahead of us onto Hotel 9, so we're here basically facing that way, is that correct? He's pushed us back that way, so we're like this. Yep. Right, okay, got it.
On to Juliet.
Yep, down to Whiskey.
And up right to Alpha.
Alpha 12, that's fine. Okay, you ready?
Let's go.
Okay.
Parker brakes released, please.
Parker brakes released. Lights on. Let's go. Beautiful day out that way. Weather a bit funky that way, and that's actually where our departure is going to be taking us. So this could be.
Terrain radar on this.
Yeah, I think so. We'll definitely have that. You can have the weather radar on your side. So I don't think Cathay Pacific would normally operate this route with a 777-200, but for the sake of today, it's a nice short-ish flight. 2 nice big airports with good scenery and the good chance of getting air traffic control, so we just thought, why not? And it's somewhere different as well, so that'll do. We have had a few test flights to kind of get used to the procedure and the multi-crew operations, and we're getting it kind of honed in there, but practice makes perfect. So, okay. So, Juliet, 9 on the right hand side, sweet. So it's your next right after this one. Maybe when we're going down Whiskey, we can maybe get a flight control check in as well. So we've got an estimated, according to my flight bag down here, the estimated en route time for today's sector is 1 hour and 19 minutes, so it's reasonable flight time, it's not too bad.
Eyes in with the...
Yep, sweet.
So right turn on Whiskey.
That's correct, yep. I'm going to call up the flight control page in lower econs. Even a building site over on the left hand side, I love that with the cranes and stuff, that's awesome, yeah. It's quite an airport, it's amazing. I think it's all built in reclaimed land as well.
Just expanding all the time.
Yeah, one of the main hubs.
Yep.
Right,
Okay,
good for a flight control check if you are. Okay, so full left, full right, neutral, full down, full up, neutral, and full left and full right.
Seems good.
It's all good. Yep, why not? So normally at this stage you'd be doing a quick emergency procedure review, that kind of thing, just going over the departure once again, but since we only did it 2 seconds ago for the sake of this video, we're just going to omit that for today. Like I said, we're not real world pilots, so forgive us if we are not doing this as per the 777 FCOM. So you're wanting not this right, but the second right. Should be onto Bravo.
Bravo first of all, yeah, and then Alpha.
Oh yeah, sorry, you're right. Bravo and then Alpha, correct. ship heading out. There were some containers in it as well.
So the stuff can be shipped over from eBay.
That's where my order is.
Still.
Exactly. Right, and then we've got Alpha 11, Alpha 12. I'm guessing Alpha 11 is the Cat 1 and Alpha 12 is the Cat 3. We'll see. Cat 2, whatever it is. Sweet. I've got chopper. Put the date on my side as well. So we're going to be taking off runway 25 right today from Hong Kong, and the departure is Ocean 2 Delta. We noticed that actually on this flight plan, just about every single waypoint is named after fish. So we were going by tuna, what was it? Prawn, trout as well, conger eel. So it's a very fishy sector. So there we go. Okay, would you like your before start checklist, sir?
Before start checklist, please.
Sorry, take it back, before takeoff.
Before takeoff checklist, I'm agreeing as well.
Okay, flight controls.
I've been checked.
Transponder.
Set.
Final load sheet. Got
Received.
flaps.
Set 5.
Set 5. Vital data.
Set.
Yep, all set. Trim.
Set.
Cabin report.
Received.
And exterior lights. I'm just going to whack them on as well, might as well. Strobes and load light wave off. Okay. And then page 2. All complete. Checklist is complete. So, because there's no ATC and the approach looks clear, I'm just going to say that you're clear to take off. So we're all good. I'm ready on the clock. Standard call outs and staff, and then we'll take this puppy to Taipei. For a second there, that boat looked like it's going backwards. It's just a like an optical illusion. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we're rolling and go for it.
Let's do it. Take off.
On runway 25 right.
Let's reference.
Okay. On thrust set. Hold. 100s. V1. Rotate. V2. Positive rate.
Yep.
Gear up. Almost at your flaps 1 up.
Flaps 1, please. Yeah.
Flaps 1. Quite a sporty departure today because we're quite light, so we're already at the flaps up.
Yeah, flaps.
Almost there. We're now tracking direct to prawn. Autopilot. That speed's creeping down again. You might want to ease off that VS. Dial up. There we go. 250. And we're good. You can probably take VNav again now if you wanted. And you got your flaps up.
Flaps up, please.
Flaps up. And the operates disarmed. There we go. So we're currently climbing at 6,000 feet per minute, 6,500 feet per minute. So when it's light, this thing is a screamer. We've only got about 15 tons of fuel in the aircraft. It's used to taking about 100. So yeah, we're going to be getting up to our cruise altitude in no time at all. Okay. Would you like your after takeoff checklist? Okay. After takeoff, landing gear,
Up.
flaps,
Up.
engine anti-ice, and the altimeters. It's looking for standard. We're not. Oh yeah, we can set a standard. We're already cleared to 390. Checklist complete. Doesn't look like we're going to be affected by that weather anyway, so we're quite good. 10,000 feet, lights off. That's us, we're on our way.
Lovely.
So that's us now in our cruise at flight level 390, 39,000 feet, and we're about 80 miles away from the top of descent. You can just see the start of islands over there on the right hand side, the mountains shrouded in mist, looking pretty good. So we just thought we'd take this opportunity before we start our descent and briefing and stuff to chat mainly to Jamie about the history of the sim and how we got together. So, and a bit of background about us as well. So Jamie, you want to go first?
Yep. Well, I decided to take on the project due to my very vast interest in the Boeing 777. After flying the PMDGE for 2 years, I decided, after looking on the websites and the flight deck solutions, various panel makers on the Facebook groups, the builders groups, I decided to go ahead and take the challenge and build try my best to replicate the Boeing 777 the best I can. And right now I'm quite happy with the results. Still adding, still not totally complete, but the next stage we have is a pedestal, second CDU.
So I can have one as well, and I can have some buttons to push.
Exactly, and some nice yokes. All in all, it's very, very functional. We can operate this full sim without the use of a mouse and a keyboard. Every single switch up here you see, every single switch, dial, everything here, everything's all functional. So we can actually physically fly this sim without any use of joysticks, keyboards or mice.
Which is nice, because that's what it really sets it apart from a standalone desktop sim, is the fact you come in here and you've not got a mouse and a keyboard in your hand. You are pushing switches, dialing things into an FMC and a flight system. It's fantastic, and
just gives you the immersion.
The whole lot. It's been great. We've been flying this together for about a month now. We've only known each other for about 6 weeks, 2 months or so. I'm also interested in flight simulation, not to the level that Jamie has. I've just been doing it on a wee computer at home in amongst my kind of real world flying and stuff. And basically Jamie put pictures up on VATSIM's Facebook of him about to do a flight in a sim, and I was like, that looks amazing, that's really cool. And he was doing the flight from Dubai to Glasgow, which flies over my flat. So I commented saying, oh, that flight, I see that every day, it flies over the place where I live. And Jamie comes back and says, oh, I live in XYZ, which is down the road from me. And I was like, weird. And then it turns out it's in a small world that we lived about 10, 15 miles apart.
Yep.
So that's how this sort of came to be together, because you'd just been flying it yourself really before then, hadn't you?
Yeah.
And this is going to be a lot to fly in a single person, you know. It's because it's like the real thing, it's a high workload, so it's good to be able to do the multi-crew stuff as well. So so my kind of input to this, really, I've done a lot of like video stuff and audio stuff in the past, and with things with websites as well, so it's to try and help him give this a bit more of a sort of audience, which is what we're trying to do with this channel. And also the fact that it's just, I just love coming up and having a shot of it. It's brilliant. We've had some really good flights so far, some bad ones as well. We've had some interesting ones.
Oh, it's been great.
We've each had a good landing, we've each had a terrible landing. But overall, it's all been really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, for the future, what we're wanting to do, we're going to do videos specific to certain sectors, and you guys can suggest that, comment us, email us, let us know what you'd like to see, and we'll do our best to show you it. And also for the guys that have more of an interest in the actual building of the sim, we're going to be covering things like when the pedestal arrives, right from the unboxing right through to installation and actually getting it fired up for the first time, because it's a really complex process. And I mean, the first time I came in here and saw what Jamie's done so far, it was like a jaw hit the floor sort of moment, because it is incredible. It really is. It's nuts, the work that's gone into it. You started this work, so we're currently in early May 2016, and you started this when?
I would say now the project started back in May 2015.
So a year.
Yeah, so a year now, and
So just for out of interest, so you started it in May last year. When did you actually sit down and get your first flight in this?
It was December 2015.
So that's the best part of like 8 and 9 months.
Yeah,
Something
just about,
crazy. It shows you how much work
yeah.
has gone into it. It's a proper labour of love. But like,
it was flyable in between to an extent, you know, but you still needed the keyboard and mouse
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But for full functionality flight, my very first flight was December. So that, like you say, 7-8 months building.
Which is
and a lot of research as well.
Exactly.
And also, I would like to say a lot of help from a few guys on the groups who made components, panels, knobs, and just the basic tutorials of wiring and stuff like that, and interfacing. So I've been a lot of help of a lot of people. So it's not just been myself that's done it. So a
true like group effort.
Yeah, group effort, and it's definitely paid off.
Yeah, and so it's only going to get better. That's over the course of these videos. The standard of our flying is going to get better, I'm hoping, as well, and the sim is going to improve, and there's going to be more stuff added to. So that's why it is the 777 sim project. It really is a project, and you know, it's only going to get better from here on in. So So anyway, back to this flight. We're only about now
45 miles from top of the set.
Yeah, almost there. So still nothing from air traffic control, so we're going to see if we can't get hold of them sometime soon. But for now, we need to actually brief the approach. So this is a pretty normal procedure if you haven't seen any videos of like flight deck stuff. Like I said earlier on, we're not proper professionals, so we might miss things, we might get things wrong. It doesn't matter, as long as we can brief it so we can get it onto the ground without scraping paint, we're happy.
Yeah.
So, right, over to you, sir.
Okay. We're going to start the arrival.
So we're just for reference here, we're going into Taipei in Taiwan. It's Romeo Charlie Tango Papa for the ICO and IATA's Tango Papa Echo. This is the Tonga 1 Bravo approach to runway, if I just remember, I think it's 23 right, was it?
23 right, yep.
Not to lie, 23 left.
23 left.
Yeah, I was just seeing the box now as well. So this is plate 20-2G effective 4th of July 2014. So let's go through it then.
Okay.
I'm just going to stick that into plan mode for you as well, mate, okay?
Okay, so we should be starting.
Is it? That one doesn't move, is it? Right, okay, so.
Are we starting from Bravo here?
From Tonga is the initial point.
Tonga, okay. Okay, so we're past Tonga, so now on to Elba, from Elba.
Down to Elba, that's correct, yeah?
And 36 degrees to Bravo,
Correct, yeah.
45 degrees to Jammy,
That's right.
52 degrees to Mir,
Yep,
52 degrees to Junta,
yep,
then we have a 52 degrees to Jura,
yep,
52 degrees to Auger,
yep, that's it. And now I need to get up the final approach plate. Just bear with me 1 second. ILS 23 left, did we say?
3 left, yeah.
Okay. And I'll just maximise that. Okay, so from Auger, brilliant.
Auger we have a right headed to 195 to Dinky.
Dinky, I've got, oh yeah, sorry, I've seen it now, you're correct, yeah, down to Dinky.
And that should take us on to the Foxtrot, 2-3 left.
Yep, the final approach, yep, sure. So,
And
just out for interest, I've got, for Dinky, 3,500 feet.
3,500 feet or above.
Sweet, and then down for the final fix, it's platform's 2,000.
2,000 then.
Sweet, and then the glide is 3 degrees.
Yeah, 3 degrees glide path.
Sweet, okay, that's fine. Right, no worries. Minimas, I've got here for category C aircraft, I've got 312, so get that dialed in. So I'll put in 310. Boom, there we go, it's the minimums are in. Okay, the missed approach, it says here, climb on heading 233 until 9.6 degrees, sorry, 9.6 DME from the ILS, and turn right direct to Sedum, and maintain 3,000 degrees and hold. And the hold is a 271 degree inbound right turn, 230 knots, all that sort of stuff. Is it in the whole page?
It's not actually showing up on the...
We've not got a missed approach. Is the hold in there?
There's no ball either, no.
No.
Some
What's that? Top of descent saying as well. So we're almost at the top of descent. Yeah. So.
Just give a wee quick weather request for.
Yeah, sure. Let's see what the weather's doing. That's looking for us to descend. So I'd imagine you could probably just, for the sake of this, we'll do a nice fuel-friendly continuous descent approach. We're sticking 3,000 feet, which is your platform altitude. Airlines love continuous descent approaches, nice and fuel efficient, as do we, saving the virtual pennies. So I've lost that approach procedure again. There we go.
So 3,000 feet set for continuous approach. And the weather, we have 220 degrees at 5 knots.
Yep.
We have clear, visibility clear, few clouds at 2,000 feet, scattered at 4,000. 1011.
1011. I think that's still set from earlier on, wasn't it? 1011. Yep.
And no significance.
Sweet. Wind's a bit variable, but we can do it. And it's 28 degrees, nice and warm, but we're down to sea level, so that's not too much of a problem.
Very humid.
Right, performance-wise, what have you got for in your rep page for landing
Okay,
stuff?
so we're going to do flaps 30 at 139.
Sweet. Gross weight 211. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds absolutely fine. That's all in keeping with the flight plan. Now let's have a look at this runway chart and see where we can come off and what auto brake we're going to use. That says almost at the descent, so we're dialed in, so it should automatically start descending. Okay, so 2-3 left. It's 3.8 kilometers, 12,467. We could probably come off, I'd imagine, nice early. We're not heavy, we're not landing terribly fast. Sierra 5, feeling that, Sierra 4. And then we could come off at Sierra 5, backtrack down Sierra, and then we could come left onto this apron here, sort of Quebec.
Excellent.
Terminal 2 or 1, we'll just, we don't have a specific parking stand, we're just going to pick when we get there. Sweet. So you can go, I mean, auto brake, whatever you think. I mean, it's for that. What do you think?
I would say we can hit a auto brake of 2.
Auto brake 2.
Yep.
We'll dial that in then.
Perfect.
Sweet. Okay.
Now starting the descent. Now.
Sweet. Yep. VNAV path, and it's all looking good. So, briefing complete. We just now need to get there. Flight at 3,000 feet. Turn right, heading 140, Cathay Pacific 530. Land lights are already on. Sweet, we're all good.
Station broadcasting information here is correct. No specific weather change.
That wasn't Cathay 530. Just gonna get this chart changed over to the ILS 23 right now, wasn't it?
50 right, yeah.
Roger. Minimas are actually 278.
晚上好 Colonel 778 is approaching Sunan at flight level 321.
Okay, let's just watch your speed with the speed brake as well. So that's basically on a base leg now.
Flaps 5, please.
Flaps 5.
In front, approaching via vehicle 1 Bravo, runway 23, with an error 378. Captain 530, runway 1, suppression runway 200, making 3,000 until the flash level exit.
Turn right heading 200, maintain 3000 until establishing the localizer. Keep clear for the ILS 23 right approach, Cathay Pacific 530. Right, so we're clear for the approach, turning round. We're still off the charts today. It's been right up. Nice, so all is good so far. Bit of weather about, can't really see the airfield. Localizer.
Looking for 220 and then follow Eco 1 Bravo Echo. Coordinate system 8.
I can see the port in there, yeah. Okay, so this is almost established on the localizer. Missed approach procedure is exactly the same as it was for 23 left, by the way. Just right heading straight ahead to 800, turn right, direct to Sedum 3000. So we don't even have to change the approach.
Notice how this one's got the hold on it. Maybe this just must be the arrival runway.
I don't know.
I don't know, no idea.
It's not what you want your flight deck to be doing when you're flying somewhere. Exactly. So you can arm the glide slope is armed. Flaps 15. Clear to land, runway 23 right, Cathay 530. Clear to land, sir.
Clear to land.
Right, that's the glide slope alive. Where's Korean? I can't actually see him on the radar.
140, so he's right. He's probably at range.
Yeah. And runways in sight. Yeah, that's all correct. Glide slope. Sweet. The terminal looks pretty interesting already from what I can see here, isn't it?
Nice and detailed.
Yeah, it's pretty. Must be a big power station on the coast there. Beautiful. So that's us established on the ILS fully now with 8.5 miles to go. Ooh, that was nearly a disaster.
Approaching Division 500 with the gear down, flaps 20 please.
Okay, gear down, flaps 20. Cabin ready. So, let's wait for that to all get settled down.
Radio altimeter.
Gears down green.
Oh, flaps 30 please.
Flaps 30. It's just over 6 miles.
Reference speed.
144.
Flaps are set green.
Sweet. So before landing checklist, speed brake,
Is armed.
landing gear,
Is down, locked.
cabin report,
Is received.
and flaps.
Are set.
Landing check is complete. You are clear to land runway 23 right.
Windmills.
Oh yes, we've got a bit of green electricity going on here.
Yeah. You've got a smoke, that's great.
That's handy for that's a good visual indicator for the winds. So it's 2 to 9 at 10 degrees just now, and it's
It's really cool, isn't it?
all about that. That is a pretty intense looking terminal. It's nuts, isn't it? It's like a very condensed Heathrow.
Uh-huh.
Sweet.
it's a hub for Cathay Pacific apparently.
Oh yeah, it'll be big. So they'll be expecting us at least.
Expecting us.
Yeah. Okay, just under 4 miles. I would recommend if we can make November 7, if not November 6 or November 4 would be good as well. So coming off.
1,000.
1,000 checked.
I've got your speed brakes for you after landing them.
Approaching 2.
You call manual braking, I'll disarm.
Okay.
Slightly high, that's alright. It's a long runway.
500. 400. 200.
Decide.
Minimums.
Landing.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, speed brakes up.
First greens.
Reverse is green. $100 knots. And reverse are stowed.
Manual braking.
Okay, disarmed. And we're looking for either November 6th.
Raptor turn November 4, category 121.7, correct? Question 121.6.
Left on November 4, 121.6 for Cathay Pacific 530. Thank you, good afternoon. 121.6. Okay, right, so we should get cleaned up before. Taipei grounds, Cathay Pacific 530 vacated, 23 right at November 4.
Just 530, welcome off your gate.
Taipei ground, we do not have a gate. We're happy to taxi to one of your choice. For a 777, that is not a tiny little one.
Just 530, welcome to
Taipei ground, Cathay Pacific 530. We don't have an assigned gate. We're happy to taxi to a gate of your choice for a 777-200.
Roger, 530, taxi to Taipei, Whiskey Charlie, November Alpha.
Taxiing to Hotel 8 via Whiskey Charlie, November Alpha, Cathay 530. So you want to take...
Straight on and left.
Yep, Whiskey Charlie.
I'm on left here, yeah.
Yep. It's not a great chart, this, not gonna lie.
What's the gate number? Sorry?
Hotel 8. Got deltas on the right hand side. Let me try and get a chart up with the parking positions.
Delta 8? No.
Might have been Delta 8 actually, that's a good point.
No, I'm just going to Delta 8, it's fine.
Okay, so
Landing lights off. Yeah.
APU is starting, lights coming off, that's all off. And do we disarm the, is it sim control, sim options, sim, where's the,
What are you looking for?
nice parking, TCAS,
GCAS is
transponder.
T-mode.
Ah, right, it was right in front of me,
This is-
brilliant.
this is one of the things.
Okay, so, progress
Parking brake,
page.
please.
Parking brake is set, the APU is starting. So that got all a bit very hectic there, where I misheard Hotel 8 for Delta 8, but we didn't get a connection, so I just assumed. Okay, I'm gonna override that. Right, checklist override. Okay, shutdown checklists, fuel control switches.
Cut off. We'll override that.
Yeah, that's a bit funny. And the checklist is complete. Nice job. Good landing, by the way.
Good job. Thanks very much.
No worries.
Pleasure.
So that was our first proper, proper to a degree flight for now. The flights are going to get more numerous and hopefully better over time as well as we continue to learn and, you know, make this a bit more of an experience. But we hope you enjoyed the little trip from Hong Kong up to Taipei today, in amongst all the sort of craziness of ATC at the end there, and my not reading a Delta for a hotel. But hey, that's why we have readbacks. So anyway,
Exactly.
thanks very much.
Thanks
And
for watching,
if you like
yeah.
the channel, subscribe, like, comment, email us, and we also have a Facebook page as well. Search for 777 Project on there. Thank you.